lights low. Heartbeat, kick drum, same rhythm. I think I'm addicted. Yeah. First time I heard a beat, it was quiet and slow, like thunder in my chest that I didn't yet know. Bass it deep like a pulse in my veins. Suddenly silence felt heavier than chains. Headphones on, world fade into gray. Every melody pulling my thoughts away. Keys like rain on a midnight street. Soul found language in a simple beat. They say addiction comes hidden in pleasure and pain, and music got both running wild in my brain. Stage lights glow like a chemical spark, turning shy thoughts into fire in the dark. Crowd breathing heavy like waves in the night. Every raised hand catching pieces of light. And when the beat drops, time falls apart, like the rhythm got a key to the lock of my heart. Yeah, the sound got a hold on me deep in the soul, like a drug in the bloodstream, losing control. Every kick drum echo pulling me back, every melody running through the same track. They say freedom lies somewhere outside the scene, but the rhythm feels realer than life in between. If music's a drug, then I'm lost in the art. Another beat pumping straight through my heart. Studio nights with the clock running blind, just chasing one sound that I hear in my mind. Empty cups, tired eyes, glowing screen, living somewhere between open caffeine. Every verse like a dose of truth in disguise, every rhyme trying hard just to survive. Microphone listening closer than friends, hearing every doubt that the silence sends. Some people numb the pain with the smoke in the glass. I bury mine deep in the drums and the bass. Every track like a road through a foggy air, where the lost parts of me come back from the dead. And the stage, that's the moment the world disappears. Just a sound in the crowd and the roar in my ears. That rush when the lights cut through the night, feels like flying without leaving the mind. Yeah, the sound got a hold on me deep in the soul, like a drug in the bloodstream, losing control. Every kick drum echo pulling me back, every melody they running through the same track. They say freedom lies somewhere outside the scene, but the rhythm feels realer than life in between. If music's a drug, then I'm lost in the art. Another beat pumping straight through my heart. Another beat pumping straight through my heart. Maybe someday the silence will call my name, try to pull me away from the rhythm and flame. But until that day, just know from the start, the beat ain't the drug, the music is the heart. Static in my veins, upload my soul. Blue light bleeding through the curtains at dawn. Another night survived, another version reborn. Mirror shows a face, but it feels so fake. I got more expression in the emojis I make. Scrolling through lives I'll never live. Double tap love that I never give. My reflection lagging in a cracked black screen. I exist in between what I am and what I seem. Data trails follow every step that I take. Every word archived, every breath I fake. In the cloud I trust, in the flesh I rust. Turn my pain into cold, turn my fear into dust. I got followers watching but nobody sees. Algorithm knows all my anxieties. Offline silence feel like a grave. Online I'm brave, just a wave in the wave. Heartbeat buffering, signal fading slow. If I log out now, would anybody know? I'm a digital ghost, I'm not here, but I'm everywhere. Flowing through the wires like a silent prayer. Pixels remember more than people ever do. They keep every version of me, not just you. I'm a digital ghost, can't decay, can't bleed. Just a shadow in the cold, just a profile feed. I'm not here, but I'm everywhere. Yeah, I'm everywhere. Yeah. Conversations turn to typing dots. 3 little bubbles holding all my thoughts. I say I'm fine in a curated frame. Filter my scars, crop out the shame. Memories back up on a server farm. Cold metal heart with a human alarm. I trade real touch for a touchscreen feel. Tell me what's fake and tell me what's real. Deep fake smiles in a highlight reel. I edit the truth till it doesn't feel. Ghost in the system, glitch in the stream. Living in a bandwidth fever dream. If the Wi-Fi dies, do I disappear? Am I still alive if no one can hear? Or am I just data they scroll past fast? A cashed out soul from a digital past. Signal flickering, losing shape and form. In a perfect storm of a pixel swarm. I'm a digital ghost, I'm not here but I'm everywhere. Floating through the wires like a silent prayer. Pixels remember more than people ever do. They keep every version of me, not just you. I'm a digital ghost, can't decay, can't bleed. Just a shadow in the code, just a profile feed. I'm not here but I'm everywhere. Yeah, I'm everywhere. Delete my history, it still remains. Even silence leaves digital stains. Log out, power down, close my eyes, but my ghost still lives in the satellite. I'm a digital ghost, I'm not here but I'm everywhere. Breaking into fragments in electric air. Pixels remember more than people ever knew. They remember the old me, the broken me too. I'm a digital ghost, fading slow in the feed. Just a whisper in code no one will read. I'm not here, everywhere. Yeah. Same morning, same sky. Feel familiar, right? Like I've been here before. Yeah. Same alarm cutting through the quiet street. Same cold floor touching tired feet. Same coffee steaming by the window view. Same gray morning, deja vu. Same bus ride, same headphones on. Same old song that I replay too long. Same thoughts spinning like they always do. Different day, same deja vu. I walk past faces I forget each night. Living small loops under neon light. Every wrong turn feels strangely new, but the road keeps whispering deja vu. Maybe time's just circles in disguise. Maybe we're just echoes in our own lives. This dream on repeat. I woke up while I'm asleep, running through days that I already keep. This dream on repeat, every step that I do. Every new morning, deja vu. This dream on repeat, same sky and the view. Same mistakes I already knew. I woke up again, but it's still true. Every new day, deja vu. Same promises I swore I'd break tonight. Same old demons in a different light. Same regrets in a brand new room. Same quiet echo of a silent boom. I changed the route but the path feels known. Like fate wrote scripts in the monotone. Every lesson I can write on cue, but I keep missing the deja vu. Maybe growth hides in the loops we hate. Maybe time just waits for us to wake. Maybe the answer's overdue inside the rhythm of deja vu. Clock hands turning like a vinyl spin, round and round where we've already been. Maybe waking ain't about the view. Maybe waking means breaking through. This dream on repeat, I repeat. Running through days that I already keep. This dream on repeat, every step that I do. Every new morning, deja vu. This dream on repeat, same sky in the view. Same mistakes I already knew. I woke up again, but it's still true. Every new day, deja vu. Same alarm cutting through the quiet street, but something different in the tired feet. Same coffee steaming by the window view, but maybe today ain't deja vu. Same bus ride, same headphones on, but I turn the track and change the song. Same world spinning in morning blue, but maybe this time I break through. Same morning, same sky, or maybe not this time. Deja vu. Deja vu.
Yeah. No matter how far you fly, the ground remembers you. Concrete nights under flickering lights, cold stairwells, endless fights. Dreams too big for a broken street, but that same street raised my feet. Graffiti prayers on the alley walls, every echo in the hallway calls. We learn survival before we learn peace. Every young soul fighting gravity. I said one day I break that chain, leave the block, escape the pain. Packed my hope in a worn-out bag, left the past in a shadow drag. But distance don't erase the sound of the place that built you from the ground. The gravity of the block holds tighter than the earth. No matter how high I rise, that's where I had my birth. The gravity of the block pulls deep in me. Wherever I fly, my roots still be. The gravity of the block, I try to leave it behind, but pieces of that street still live in my mind. No matter the sky that I'm flying into, my roots stay buried in what I once knew. New city lights, new air to breathe, but the old street shadows follow me. Fancy towers, polished floors, still hear echoes from broken doors. Success tastes sweet, but strange somehow, like I'm wearing a different crown. I escaped away to yesterday, but part of me still wants to stay. I miss the laughter on cracked concrete, the midnight talks on the corner street. Hard days shaped the man I grew. Pain and loyalty both were true. You can outrun the streets you knew, but they never really outrun you. The gravity of the block holds tighter than the earth. No matter how high I rise, that's where I had my birth. The gravity of the block pulls deep in me. Wherever I fly, my roots still be. The gravity of the block, I try to leave it behind, but pieces of that street still live in my mind. No matter the sky that I'm flying into, my roots stay buried in what I once knew. Some run away, some stay too long, but every soul carries a sound of home. Maybe the block was a cage and a guide, a place where fear and pride collide. It pushed me out and made me strong, like gravity teaching where I belong. I left the street, but the street stayed in me. Every step still echoes that energy. The gravity of the block holds tighter than the earth. No matter how I rise, that's where I had my birth. The gravity of the block lives deep in me. Wherever I fly, my roots still be. No matter how far from that corner I roam, the gravity of the block still pulls me home.
Listen, you hear the clock, but you never hear the voice behind it. If time could speak, maybe this is what it would say. Yeah. I was here before the first sunrise learned how to glow, before rivers found directions where they wanted to flow, before cities rose tall from the dust of the land, before dreams had a shape in a human hand. You try to measure me with numbers and clocks, with calendars, alarms, with digital locks, but I'm older than seconds and deeper than days. I move through existence in invisible ways. I watched the first fire dancing in ancient eyes, heard the first prayer rising into the sky, saw kingdoms grow proud and crumble to sand like castles that slip from a careless hand. Empires march thinking they last forever, golden crowns shining under bright weather, but even the strongest stone fades with my breath. Every victory slowly walks into death. You fear me sometimes like I'm stealing your youth, like a thief in the night, hiding pieces of truth, but I'm not your enemy, I'm the path that you take. Every moment you live is a mark that you make. If I could speak through the ticking you hear, I whisper softly, every second is rare. Not a chain, not a cage, not a line you must change, just a silent companion walking your pace. You can run, you can fight, you can try to pretend, but every road with a start has a bend at the end. Still, I'm not here to punish or silently judge. I'm the river that moves but will never be pushed. Will never be, but will never be pushed. Yeah. I watch lovers promise eternity's flame, writing forever beside someone's name. Some kept their word through the storms and the years, others let go through the fog of their fears. I saw children laugh like the world had no weight, running through mornings untouched by fate. Then slowly they learn what the mirror can say, that the seasons inside them were changing each day. Writers tried trapping me deep in their lines, painters froze sunsets and colors and signs, musicians chased echoes of moments gone by, turning heartbeats to rhythms that never quite die. You think that you lose me when memories fade, when photographs blur and the colors degrade, but nothing you lived ever truly is gone. Every second you breathe keeps quietly on, inside every scar, every lesson you keep, in the laughter you share or the promises deep. I'm not just the past or a future unknown, I exist in the moment you call your own. Still humans keep running as if I'm the race, chasing tomorrow with yesterday's pace. But life ain't a clock that you win if you're fast. The meaning of living ain't beating the past. If I could speak through the ticking you hear, I whisper softly, every second is rare. Not a chain, not a cage, not a line you must chase, just a silent companion walking your pace. You can run, you can fight, you can try to pretend, but every road with a start has a bend at the end. Still, I'm not here to punish or silently judge. I'm the river that moves but will never be pushed. I watch silent heroes that nobody knew, kindness they planted like morning dew, small gentle acts in the shadow of fame, yet their quiet compassion outlived their name. And I saw great rulers surrounded by gold, believing their stories would never grow old, but power dissolves like mist in the air, while simple love lingers everywhere. So listen closely when minutes drift by, when night meets morning in soft reply. Don't treat your hours like dust on the floor, they're doors that won't ever be open once more. I don't move faster when life feels hard, I don't slow down for the broken heart, but inside my flow there's a truth you can see. Your moments become your eternity. So if you hear clocks in the quiet tonight, don't think of endings or losing the fight, just remember the voice behind every chime. You are not chasing life, you are walking with time.
This ain't a diss track, it's truth on paper. Dear enemy, I'm writing in the quiet of the night. No anger in the ink, just the weight of what was right. We walked the same roads but with different eyes, two stories in the dark under separate skies. I used to see you like a storm in my way, like a shadow on the sun of a better day. But Time got a voice when the noise disappears, and it speaks through reflection, through years and through tears. Maybe we were mirrors that we didn't understand, two wounded hearts learning how to stand. Every harsh word was a shield in disguise, every cold look was a fear in our eyes. I thought victory meant watching you fall, but the truth is that don't heal nothing at all. Peace ain't found in revenge or control. Sometimes letting go is the win for the soul. So this is a letter that the pride won't send, from the part of me that's tired of pretend. No weight in the lines, just the truth set free. You were never just my enemy. Maybe we were fighting ghosts from the past, old wounds that neither of us could outlast. Forgiveness is a road we never see. Still I wish you peace, even if not with me. I remember nights replaying the scenes, trying to decode what the silence means, blaming your name for the cracks in the wall. But the truth is deeper than the rise and the fall. Maybe life put us both in the ring to grow, teaching lessons that pain had to show. Every rival writes a chapter in fate, even enemies help the spirit create. You taught me patience I never had, showed me the edges of good and bad, made me look inward where the answers stay, like a compass hidden in the gray. So if these words ever drift your way, like smoke in the wind at the end of the day, just know this letter ain't written to blame, just a human speaking a human name. So this is a letter that the pride won't send, from the part of me that's tired of pretend. No hate in the lines, just the truth set free. You were never just my enemy. Maybe we were fighting ghosts from the past, old wounds that neither of us could outlast. Forgiveness is a road we never see. Still I wish you peace, even if not. So this is a letter that the pride won't send, from the part of me that's tired of pretend. No weight in the lines, just the truth set free. You were never just my enemy. Maybe we were fighting ghosts from the past, old wounds that neither of us could outlast. If forgiveness is a road we never see, still I wish you peace, even if not with me. No winners in hate, no kings in the war, just hearts carrying scars from before. And somewhere beyond who we used to be, there's a version of us that finally sees, oh yeah. Yeah. Press start. One life, no cheat codes. Yeah. Spawn in a world I ain't choose at birth. No map in my hand, had to learn my worth. Low stats, small room, big dreams. The Tory stage full of hard lessons, it seems. Every mistake was a hidden quest. Pain gave XP, made me level up fast. Helped bar low, but I kept my pace. Grinding through nights in a pixelated maze. NPCs talking, giving advice. Some sell truth, some roll the dice. Side missions tempting, glitter and fame, but I stay focused on the long-term game. Inventory full of doubt and fear. Dropped that weight when the vision got clear. Don't say fire when the moment gone. So I move careful, but I move strong. Life like a video game, level by level. Every new stage, bring a new devil. Boss fights heavy, but I don't run. Each scar proof that the battle's won. Upgrade mind, upgrade soul. Skill tree growing, that's the goal. No cheat codes, no easy lane. Just hard and grind in this life game. Yeah. Boss level here when the lights went dim. Doubt stepped up, said you ain't built to win. Fear through punches, pride play tricks. Time move fast like a glitch in the mix. But I learned patterns in every attack. Loss ain't lost if you coming back. Study my flaws like strategy guys. Turn my weakness to armor inside. Some players quit when it's too intense. Blame the system or circumstance, but every respawn a second chance. New
perspective, stronger stance, multiplayer world, alliances form. Some teammates real, some leaving the storm. Trust like currency, spend it wise. NG rare in these digital skies.
You don't lose, you learn the code. Every setback a hidden more.
Fly like a video game, level by level. Every new stage, bring a new devil. Boss fights heavy, but I don't run. Each scar proof that the battle's won. Upgrade mind, upgrade soul. Skill tree grown, that's the goal. No cheat codes, no easy lane. Just hard and grind in this life game. Same fame or goal. It's mastering self before you old. When the credits roll and the screen go dark, did you play safe or play your part? Game still loading. Keep leveling up now. Yeah. Late night glow on my face, screen's going dark. Now it's just me. Yeah. Golden hour on the timeline, picture looking right. Sunset in the caption, but it rained all night. Smiles in the frame, yeah, the angle never lies. Crop out the chaos, leave the light in my eyes. Luxury illusions in a rented scene. Designer dreams in a borrowed dream. Every post polished like a gallery wall, but nobody sees when the shadows fall. They think I'm living like a movie scene, but the truth is quiet in the spaces between. Applause in the feed, but the room stays cold. 1,000 reactions, still nobody to hold. I built a world where everything shines, but truth don't live inside perfect lies. No filters. Who am I tonight when the screen light fades and I lose the light? No filters. Nothing left to hide when the crowd logs out and it's just my mind. No filters. Who am I inside when the silence speaks and I drop the disguise? The screen goes dark, the noise destroys, and I'm left alone with myself and my voice. Laughing in the stories like I'm doing okay, but pain hides deeper than a post can say. I turn my tears into a trending vibe. Pain gets likes, but the truth gets denied. They see confidence walking through the door, but anxiety sleeping on the floor. Every highlight shining like a diamond glow, but the dark side never makes the show. I told the world I'm strong and free, but strength looks different privately. Strongest mask is the calmest face when storms are screaming in an empty space. Every lie I sold just to feel complete. Now truth is knocking underneath. No filters. Who am I tonight when the screen light fades and I lose the light? No filters. Nothing left to hide when the crowd logs out and it's just my mind. No filters. Who am I inside when the silence speaks and I drop the disguise? The screen goes dark, the noise destroys, and I'm left alone with myself and my voice. Usernames louder than the names we own. Profiles built like a second home. I played a role just to feel complete, but strangers knew me more than me. Every version that I tried to be was just another mask on me. But mirrors don't care about algorithms. Truth don't bend for the rhythm. Now the lights are low and the feed is gone, and the quiet finally feels so strong. Maybe freedom isn't being adored, maybe freedom is being ignored. No captions, no audience, just breathing in the dark. No filters. Who am I tonight when the screen light fades and I lose the light? No filters. Nothing left to hide when the world disappears from my eyes. No filters. Who am I, my boy, when the screen goes black
That's the North calling. Cold world, colder hearts.
Born where the sky always gray like steel. Cold streets teach you how to feel less real. Frost in the lungs when you breathe that air. Nobody saves you, nobody cares. Snow on the ground but the road still burns. Every yard lost is a lesson you learn. Hunger sharp like the edge of a blade. Pressure building, monsters get made, yeah. Empty pockets but the wheels stay loud. Walk through storms, never bow to the crowd. Wind cut deep but it carved my soul. Turned a broken kid into iron control. They said the cold would break my spine, but the storm just forged my mind. Northern wind, yeah, I grew from ice. Cold in my blood but my mind's on fire. Northern wind, cutting through the night. Turn my pain into power and fight. Northern wind, I was built in a storm. Every scar just another form. Cold in the veins but the vision alive. Only the hardest survive. Wind howling loud through the concrete maze. I learned survival in the winter haze. Friends turn ghosts when the frost comes near. Only the strong keep standing near. Ice in the eyes, no fear in the walk. Every quiet step louder than talk. Dreams frozen deep in the northern chest, but pressure turns cold into diamonds at best. They see the frost but they don't see the flame. They see the silence but don't know the pain. Every cold night built part of the king. Now the storm moves when I step in. Wind don't break the mountain, it shapes it. Cold don't kill the warrior, it makes him. Wind don't break the mountain, it shapes it. Northern wind, yeah, I grew from ice. Cold in my blood but my mind's on fire. Northern wind, cutting through the night. Turn my pain into power and fire. Northern wind, I was built in a storm. Every scar just another form. Cold in the veins but the vision alive. Only the hardest survive. Let the wind blow, I'm the storm now. Northern wind. No chains, no flash. Real wealth quiet. Yeah, they flex gold watches, diamonds in the glare, but wisdom moves silent, that's a different affair. I seen rich pockets with a bankrupt mind, and broke souls with a treasure you can't define. Books on the table, lessons in the scars, knowledge in the silence, deeper than the bars. Every hard loss was a payment in full. Life wrote checks my spirit had to pull. Principles heavy, lightweight on a scale. Truth in my pocket, never up for sale. I learned patience when the nights fell long. Turn every wrong step into a stronger song. No vault, no code, no golden glare, but the richest mind is the one aware. I'm a solid millionaire, my capital's in my head. Not counting life by numbers or the money I spread. I'm a solid millionaire, value deep in my soul. Not chasing the empty digits or a shining bankroll. I'm a solid millionaire, knowledge stacked in the air. Principle worth more than a billionaire share. I don't measure my life by the zeros out there. I'm rich in the mind, a silent millionaire. Experience heavier than platinum chains. Storm tested wisdom running through my veins. I invest time where the truth can grow, not in applause from a shallow show. Every conversation the currency exchange. Ideas turning pockets of the brain. The richest man might look like dust, but value hides where there's patience and trust. I seen kings fall chasing gold too fast, but knowledge builds kingdoms built to last. A quiet mind sees the bigger plan. Power ain't loud in a thoughtful man. Respect, integrity, vision. That's a currency no bank can hold. I'm a solid millionaire, my capital's in my head. Not counting life by numbers or the money I spread. I'm a solid millionaire, value deep in my soul. Not chasing the empty
digits or a shining bankroll. I'm a solid millionaire, knowledge stacked in the air. Principal worth more than a billionaire share. I don't measure my life by the zeros out there. I'm rich in the mind, a silent millionaire. No loud success, just steady growth. Brick by brick in the mind, I built both. Every page read another deposit. Every mistake another profit. Legacy measured by minds you inspire. Truth spreading further than temporary fire. When the noise fades and the crowd disappears, real wealth stays through the years. No diamonds, no spotlight glare. Just quiet mind, worth $1 million there.
You ever notice? The loudest battles don't happen in the streets. They happen in silence, right here in the mind. Inside my head there's a room with a flickering light. Two shadows arguing deep in the night. No audience watching, no cameras around. Just thoughts throwing punches without making a sound. One voice whispers cold like winter rain, saying every dream is a beautiful mistake of the brain. You're too late, too small, too lost in the race. Just another quiet name that the world will erase. It counts every failure like numbers on stone. Reads every doubt in the tone of my bones. Turns every mirror to a courtroom trial where confidence fades after just 1 mile. It remembers every door that refused my knock. Every clock that ticked like a mocking clock says hope is a story naive people tell. That ambition's a ladder leaning straight into hell, but somewhere deeper, where the silence grows warm, another voice rises inside of the storm. Not loud, not angry, just steady and calm, like a pulse in the dark beating under my palm.
Two voices living under one score, one sky. One tells me fall, the other tell me try. One builds prisons made of fear and regret. The other lights fire saying you ain't done yet. Every step forward, every doubt I defeat is a quiet revolution happening under my feet. The loudest war ain't the ones people see. It's the hero and critic inside of me.
Critic talk sharp like a blade made of truth, reminding my soul of the cracks in my youth. It shows me mistakes like graffiti on walls. Every mischance, every time that I fall, it says look around, there are thousands like you, chasing the same fading dream you pursue. I scream to the sky when the sky doesn't care. Why I run toward light that was never there. Sometimes this logic sounds painfully right, like cold mathematics of losing the fight. Cause doubt wears the mask of intelligent thought, and confidence often looks reckless or lost. But the other voice speaks with a different tone, like wind through the trees where the wild seeds are sown. It says every legend was once insecure, every open door began closed for sure. It reminds me the mountain exists to be climbed, that courage is born from the pressure of time, that heroes ain't fearless or carved out of stone. The people who walk while the doubt scream alone. And sometimes those voices collide in my chest, turning my heartbeat into a protest. The critic says stop, the hero says go, and my future gets shaped by which voice I follow.
Two voices living under one score, one sky. One tells me fall, the other tell me try. One builds prisons made of fear and regret. The other lights fire saying you ain't done yet. Every step forward, every doubt I defeat is a quiet revolution happening under my feet. The loudest war ain't the ones people see. It's the hero and critic inside of me.
Years go by and the argument stays, like thunder rolling through invisible waves. But slowly I learned through the scars and the climb that both of those voices are parts of my mind. The critic keeps me from walking blind. It sharpens the edges of dreams I design. But the hero reminds me the road still exists, even when the whole world doubts and resists. Balance is born where those forces collide. Courage is doubt that decided to try. And strength ain't silence, a fear in the brain is hearing the storm, but walking through rain. So now when the darkness starts filling the room and whispers predict another quiet doom, I listen to both, but choose who I feed, because thoughts become actions and actions become me. So if you ever feel lost in the noise of your head, with doubt like a shadow wherever you tread, remember this truth that the silence can see. The critic writes fear, the hero writes destiny. Right?
Midnight talking through the wires of the streetlights. Listen close. The city never really sleeps. When the last train fades into the tunnel's breath, and the clocks hang quiet on the edge of death, the city opens eyes nobody sees by day. Concrete lungs slowly breathing the noise away. Neon signs flicker secrets in electric blue. Every alley got a story that it never told you. Window glowing like stars in a silent sea. Every shadow got a past and a memory. A taxi rolls slow like a drifting thought through the veins of the blocks that the daylight forgot. Somebody writing dreams on a subway wall. Spray paint prayers where the lost ones fall. And the wind reads pages of the empty street. Old newspapers dancing at his tired feet. You can hear the soul of the asphalt speak if you walk through the silence and the night gets deep, while the whole world sleeps under blankets of time. The city writes poems in rhythm and rhyme. Footsteps echo like ghosts in the glow of the lights. There's a secret life living inside of the night. Yeah, the silence ain't empty, it's full of sound of the dreams and the fears that the dark has found. If you listen real close when the daylight's gone, you'll hear the hidden heartbeat going on. Somewhere a poet and a stray cat meet, sharing the kingdom of the midnight street. A janitor hums to a forgotten song, cleaning the world while the night moves on. Billboards whisper lies in a tired glow, but the moon knows truths that they never show. Every building tall like a silent guard, watching human stories written hard. In a window high where the curtains sway, someone fights demons they cannot run by day. And a lonely soul rides a late night train, looking for peace in the city rain. Time moves slower in the after hours air, like the world forgot that it's going somewhere. And the skyline listens with patient grace to a million thoughts it'll never erase. Although, yeah, while the whole world sleeps under blankets of time, the city writes poems in rhythm and rhyme. Footsteps echo like ghosts in the glow of the lights. There's a secret life living inside of the night. Yeah, the silence ain't empty, it's full of sound of the dreams and the fears that the dark has found. If you listen real close when the daylight's gone, you'll hear the hidden heartbeat going on. So when the morning comes with its golden disguise, and the crowds fill the streets with their ordinary lies, remember the truth that the daylight keeps, the real city waits when the city sleeps.